Students, today we are going to discuss about the pyrolytic elimination reaction. The pyrolytic elimination reaction, as you know, that there are some compounds like ester, amino oxides. These are the category of compounds which, when irradiated at high temperature, when they are subjected to high temperature, they will undergo elimination reaction, and this kind of elimination reaction is called as pyrolytic elimination reaction. You can see here on the slide that this is an ester, and when this ester is heated at around 500 degrees Celsius temperature, it will give rise to 1-butene and acetic acid will be eliminated from here. So basically this is a kind of elimination reaction, and this kind of elimination reaction often called as EI, that is elimination internal reaction. Why this is called elimination internal reaction? Because this reaction, when we are talking about the mechanism of this particular reaction, the mechanism of this reaction is concerted, means the bond breaking and formation will take place simultaneously, and it will proceed with the formation of cyclic transition state, that is either generally 6-membered cyclic transition state is synthesized in this particular reaction. So it is having concerted mechanism, and with concerted mechanism they are also having cyclic transition state. That's why they are called as elimination internal reaction as well. When we talk about the stereochemistry of this reaction, these reactions are syn stereospecific in its nature, means the two living groups must be syn to one another so that they can depart very easily. You can see on the screen the mechanism is given here. It is an ester, and this is the hydrogen which can be eliminated out, and this is C double bond O. So what will happen here, this lone pair on this oxygen will attack on this hydrogen, so there is a bond formation between this hydrogen and this oxygen, and basically it is, as you know, containing double bond, so one bond will be broken down. So bond is broken here, the bond is being broken down, and here a new bond has been synthesized. Similarly, we are having a carbon oxygen single bond. There will be a bond formation. Here a bond formation will start, and here the bond between this oxygen and this carbon will start breaking. Similarly, the bond between this carbon, that is the carbon which is bearing the ethyl group, and this hydrogen, it will also start breaking, and this bond is a single bond, so here another bond will start forming, so there will be a double bond. And when we are talking about the transition state, you can clearly see that this is your 1 carbon, this is second, third, 4, 5, and this hydrogen is 6. So basically this will undergo formation of 6-membered cyclic transition state, and this transition state will soon get converted into this product. So basically the stereochemistry of this kind of reaction is stereospecific syn elimination reaction. As I have already told you that this particular reaction is happening in case of ester, in case of N-amine oxides. So this is the case of ester. Here are some more examples. You can see that how this reaction is stereospecific syn elimination reaction. Here you can see that this is basically a threoform, and in this deuterium and this acetate, these two are syn to one another. So ACO negative will be eliminated from this particular place, and deuterium will be eliminated from this carbon. So there is a carbon-carbon double bond between this carbon and this carbon, and The eliminating group is CS3COOD. You can clearly see, and you are getting E stilbene. When we are taking the erythroisomer of the same compound, at that time you can see that now the deuterium and acetate, they are not syn to one another, so deuterium will not be eliminated at all. Hydrogen will be eliminated in place of deuterium now. So the eliminating group here is acetic acid CS3COOH, and you are getting this particular product, right? Means you are getting the stilbene, but here you are not having the hydrogen, instead you are having the deuterium now, because in the above case deuterium was syn to this one, and here hydrogen is syn to this ACO negative, which is a living group. Clearly you can see that this is a particular acetate group that can be eliminated out. Now this is basically the carbon from which hydrogen can be eliminated out. This is the hydrogen that can be eliminated out, and here is a carbon that is containing 3 hydrogen from which 1 hydrogen can be eliminated out. So here you are getting 3 different kind of products in which the majority, that is 46%, will be the elimination from this particular hydrogen, this particular carbon. The hydrogen will be eliminated out, and you will get 46% of this particular product. When we are talking about this one, this hydrogen can also be eliminated out, and here you are getting 26% of the product, and here you are getting 28% of this particular product. Means hydrogen can be eliminated from this particular position. In the same time, this is the case where this is the acetate group that can be eliminated out. So when we are talking about the hydrogen, now the product has been synthesized by elimination of this particular hydrogen and this particular hydrogen, right? So when it attains the syn geometry, that particular hydrogen will be eliminated out. So you are getting 55% of the product as this one, means hydrogen will be eliminated from this particular carbon, and 45% of the product has been synthesized by elimination of hydrogen from this particular carbon. So these are some examples that will explain the pyrolytic syn elimination reaction in case of ester. This is the case of tertiary amine oxide, which is called cope reaction, right? This is, for example, your N-amine oxide which undergo pyrolytic syn elimination reaction, and the product that has been synthesized will be a double bond between this carbon. This is the product, right? Similarly, for example, the mechanism will be same, that it will form the cyclic transition state, and that cyclic transition state will finally get converted into the product. This is the method by which we are getting the N-amine oxide from this particular amine, and after this one, the second reaction is pyrolytic syn elimination reaction, and it will undergo that particular elimination in which 85% of the product has been synthesized by elimination of this particular hydrogen, and 15% of the product has been synthesized by elimination of this particular hydrogen. So this is the case of cope elimination. Again, this reaction is also a case of pyrolytic syn elimination reaction. This is the reaction that is called Chugave reaction, and in this reaction we generally use xanthate esters. And what are these xanthate esters? You can clearly see here. This is the xanthate ester which will undergo pyrolytic syn elimination reaction. This reaction is also a pyrolytic elimination, means the reaction will be taking place at high temperature. So this is the temperature 200 degrees Celsius, and this is your xanthate ester which will undergo the pyrolytic elimination reaction, and from where this xanthate ester has been synthesized. This is the complete reaction, that is showing you the path from which we can obtain this particular ester. This is the alcohol. When it react with sodium hydride, at that time the hydrogen will be eliminated out and it will form O negative and Na positive, and then it will react with carbon disulfide CS2 and it will undergo the addition reaction, and finally after addition reaction it will react with methyl iodide, and after reaction with methyl iodide it will give rise to this xanthate ester. When this xanthate ester, similar to that previous ester, will undergo the pyrolytic elimination, again with the formation of similar 6-membered cyclic transition state. You can clearly see that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Total 6 atoms are involved in the transition state. So 6-membered cyclic transition state has been synthesized and groups will be eliminated from here and it will give rise to this particular alkene. So again this reaction, Chugaev reaction, is particularly the pyrolysis of xanthate ester, which can be prepared by reaction of alcohol with carbon disulfide and methyl iodide. That will be followed by pyrolysis at high temperature, and again it will give rise to stereospecific syn elimination reaction. Now the last reaction of this topic is Peterson-olefin synthesis reaction. This is a very important reaction, Peterson synthesis olefin reaction, in which we generally get the alkenes, means the compound containing carbon-carbon double bond. And from where this alkene will be synthesized? That is from beta hydroxysilane, right? Beta hydroxysilane, on reaction with acid and bases, they will undergo elimination reaction, and in that elimination reaction alkene will be synthesized. So conversion of beta hydroxysilane into alkene under acidic or basic condition is called Peterson-olefin synthesis reaction. What is the beauty of this reaction? I am telling you, this is basically any silyl compound which first of all react with the aldehyde or ketone. So in this reaction it will give rise to beta hydroxysilane. First of all, this is the substrate of Peterson-olefin synthesis, and from where this substrate has been synthesized, that is reaction of silyl compound with aldehyde or ketone, it will give rise to beta hydroxysilane, and this beta hydroxysilane will further undergo elimination reaction. I was talking you about the beauty of this reaction, that this reaction behave differently in acidic and basic medium, and that's why the mechanism of this particular reaction is different in case of acid and in case of base. So here the mechanism is being given, that is, first of all you are having trimethyl silyl compound which first react with the aldehyde or ketone, and after reaction with ammonium chloride, the saturated solution of this ammonium chloride, they are getting converted into the beta hydroxysilane, right? And this beta hydroxysilane on reaction with sulfuric acid, if I am talking about the mechanism of acidic elimination, at that time you can clearly see that this is the beta hydroxysilane. So in presence of acid, this hydroxyl group first of all react with the H positive and will be protonated. So water molecule will be eliminated from this one, and this trimethyl silyl group will be eliminated. So here a case of anti-elimination will happen when the reaction is particularly taking place in presence of sulfuric acid, in presence of acid, right? So the presence of acid means the reaction will be anti-elimination reaction. It will be a kind of E2 anti-elimination reaction. So this will attack on this particular group, from where there is formation of carbon-carbon multiple bond, and this is the product of this acidic elimination reaction. When we are taking the case of basic elimination, means elimination in presence of base, at that time you can clearly see that this is the hydroxyl group, which in presence of OH negative will, the OH negative will accept the proton from this hydroxyl group, and it will give rise to O negative. Now this O negative will attack on this particular trimethyl silyl group and will form a cyclic transition state like this one, and from this elimination will being done, and this is the product of this reaction. So here the reaction will be syn elimination. So this is the beauty of this reaction, that when we are talking about the stereochemistry of this particular elimination reaction, we can clearly see that this reaction is fully regioselective reaction. And when we are talking about the elimination in presence of acid, at that time we can clearly see that this is the example on your screen, that this is basically a trioform. And when we talk about this trioform of this beta hydroxysilane, at that time we can clearly see that this trioform will give rise to Z alkene, reason being this particular silyl and this particular hydroxy group, these two are the eliminating group. And as you know that in presence of acid the elimination should be E2 anti-elimination. So these two groups, that is hydroxyl group and trimethyl silyl group, these two groups will attain the anti-geometry. So at that time you are getting the Z alkene from this particular thioisomer. Means if we are taking the erythroisomer of this particular compound, at that time you are getting the E alkane. This is the beauty of this reaction. When the same reaction is being carried out in presence of base, at that time you have already seen in the mechanism that there is formation of O negative, and at that time you will have to acquire the syn periplanar shape, so that this one will be syn and this one will be syn, so that they can form the cyclic transition state. At that time, you know, the erythro compound, right, you are getting the Z isomer, right? The Z isomer in the above reaction was being synthesized from thioisomer, but here the erythro isomer is producing the Z alkene. It means the thioisomer will produce the E alkene in this case. So this is the beauty of this reaction, that you can have different type of mechanism in presence of acid and different mechanism in presence of base. So that's all about your elimination reaction.